Jack and Jessica are looking out their front window. And Jessica says, "Where did you learn to do that?" And Jack says, "Well, I was thinking about becoming a priest once." And some of the wise that spoke of religions worldwide will tell you that reading souls is very helpful in doing that. You know, listening into what folks have to say across the room, across the street. And Jack tells her, so I picked up the skill of reading souls. And Jessica says, "Well, what are they saying?" And Jack looks out the window to the two Mormon missionaries, Latter-day Sinners, standing out in front of the house next door. And one of them is very agitated. He says, "That son of a bitch." How are we supposed to do our mission from the devil with that damn son of a bitch and his truth? Everywhere we turn, trying to do that mission. There's that devil of truth. And then he just kind of stops. Yeah, that's Jared. He just kind of stops and stands there. Of course, Jack tells Jessica what he said. Yeah, they always get that wrong. It's son of a carpenter and Mary. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter and Mary. And yes, truth is the cornerstone of any good religion. And yes, reading souls can be very useful. Do that. And don't give me any of that. That's rude. Or be truthful all the time, and you don't have to worry about anybody looking in or listening in or watching in. And Jack tells Jessica what Jared said, and then she said, "What's wrong with him?" And Jack says, "I don't know. You know, those two are pale." And Jacob, he gets out his phone. And Jack tells Jessica, whoever he's talking to on the phone, he says, "Yeah, I got another one." And yeah, 20 minutes, half hour later, that gray truck pulls up and get out the dolly, the back lowers down, they tilt Jared back. He's a pillar of salt. Yeah, frauds of faith, Latter-day Sinners turning into pillars of salt. It doesn't happen all at once, but you will notice agitation and anger. Coinciding with that saltitis setting in. But yeah, as they take a Jared, the pillar of salt, away, you know where the funny son of a carpenter and Mary parables, and this is one of them. And when I tell you to point out the wolves among the sheep, and it's easy to do with just that phone of yours. Call me from all military bases, 424-229-4140. Been asking for that World Trade Center Flight 93 check of America's Lifelines to the firemen, police, paramedics. For over 7 years, have yet to get one. Make that Semper Fi video from that military base a less than a $50 phone. Camera on the phone here, making this parable. It will make your Semper Fi video do that, of that soldier next to you calling and not reaching John Milton Brady, son of Carpenter and Mary. Tell your friends, tell your family, call back home in front of the mayor, governor, reporters, network news anchors, local, state, and federal officials. Those running for president, down to mayor or governor or any other office. Get their reactions. Get the reaction of that reporter as you call me up. And your phone is not allowed to work. 424-229-4140. Pass along that reaction along with the Semper Fi video of that hijacked lifeline. That's what you use to get the firemen, the police, paramedics for yourself, for your family, for your child. Make a video of it not working. You must be the reporter. They're not doing their jobs. So try to call the king of the news, the son of a carpenter, married John Milton Brady. The father was a carpenter. Mother was Mary Ann Brady. Oh, Olin Jethro Brady. Make that video of your hijack call to John Milton Brady. You must be the reporter. Pass it along at church, at work, at school, at that military base. Tell every other American to do the same thing. Add your video, your Semper Fi video, your hijack call to John Milton Brady. To yours, pass it along. And yeah, come see me in person, look for the guy wearing his imagery. Yeah, that's my livelihood being censored. As well as yours. You can't reach me, you can't reach a customer, you don't know how many of the customers you can't reach. Document that, but it's more important that hijacked family lifeline. Document that as well with a Semper Fi video. Come see me in person. Look for the guy wearing his imagery. Look for it on my wheelchair here. Yeah, Sins of Mankind Wounds. Spring Break 2014. Put me in the hospital. Put me in the wheelchair. Stigmata wounds. Yeah, look for the guy with the stigmata eyes. Kind of hard to see in the low def. But yeah, they're changing. Growing a new pair right in front of everybody. Look for me. Tell me in person what you think of my imagery. Tell me what you believe in person. Ask what I mean by Jesus' house here, Christ Complex. And yeah, be a part of it. Overcoming that religious censorship you see when you call me up and can't do that. Yeah, 9/11 was also religious censorship, so was this. Document it. You can do that with a phone. You can do that with a digital camera. Come see me. Be a part of building. You know what's happening when you see someone other than me changing eyes here, and you don't see all those really nice folks telling you all kinds of lies about the one and only John Milton Brady. When you see someone other than me changing eyes, I tell all those on the military base after you make that Semper Fi video and you ask about the one and only, you're going to find folks lying through their teeth in your own circles, in all good circles of the streets of the world. You're going to find that. And you know where they're headed. Walk through them, and it's not happening until you see it right here. Be a part of that. Design the imagery of the Christ Complex, being in the imagery of the Christ Complex. See me today to do that. Put that first brick in Jesus' house. Any good priest or none will tell you it's built on truth. Semper Fi video of your hijack call to me. That's a brick. And yeah, when those Mormon missionaries knock on your door, Latter-day Saints, let that be a reminder to pick up that phone, call in front of them, get their reaction. to that lifeline in your hand not working. Religious censorship, that's what they're there to tell you, what you should believe. You already know what to believe. You know the truth. Get their reaction to you calling me up to tell me that and not reaching me. Pass it along, church, at work, at school, and if they don't move too much out there on the porch, I know some of you, yeah, like me, just don't answer the phone, the door when they knock. When you see them out there, they're not moving around, check. If they're a little paler than usual, I'll call up the local place so they can come out and pick them up.